Are there Dota players here? All Dota. I haven't played Dota 2 that much, but are there old Dota 1 players? Nice! I'm really glad this was cool, man. But yeah, if there are old... Yes! Yes! Yes, exactly. Okay, so you'd probably agree with me, but here's my thought. League of Legends is a very fun game, but is a very poor, how to say that, PvP skill measuring device. Because there's a bunch of champions, some are sometimes broken, some items, blah 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 blah. Dota was perhaps, if I think about it, the closest thing I've ever seen. I don't know, maybe I don't know enough PvP games, but I think the original Dota is the closest thing I've ever seen to a balanced PvP game. Because if you are skilled in Dota, it's not about the champions, the heroes. It's about how to say that. The items are diverse enough that if you know what you're doing and you know your win condition, you can 1v1 or even like... Wait, I probably need to vanish here. Okay, never mind. Let me switch actually. I probably can't do this in combat, can I? Yeah. I'm probably gonna die if I... Yeah, let me first aid. Yes! Yes, exactly! That's what I'm saying. Yeah, build traps and more... Yes! Yes! I love Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3 got me into gaming, more or less. I mean, no, I'm full of shit. I played PlayStation and shit before. But Warcraft 3 was my first, like, huge game and introduced me into, like, PvP I actually love. I loved the strategy and everything. But yes, what I'm saying is, like, I know from personal experience because of this. Like, if I'm playing Dota, for example, I almost never lost 1v1s. And, like, it might sound like I'm full of cope or whatever, but, like, it offered you enough very distinct items that you can always counter someone. As long as you're really good at the game, you can always counter someone. But if you're doing, for example... Am I still in combat? No, good. If you're doing League of Legends, if you're good, you can do a bunch of shit, but it's also made in such a way that, like, first, the items aren't diverse enough to allow you diversity. That's what I hate about balance. So, like, for me, you either should make a game like Heroes of the Storm, if you really want PvP. Yeah, same. I really loved Warcraft 3. Fight and only win 10 versus... I mean, hear me out. They wrecked me here, yes. But I'm new to a rogue and there's a learning curve. There's a learning curve. Stavsko's really fucking good with a mage, and Wazi also learned pretty quickly. But yeah, also, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna complain because, like, I could have done better, and as soon as, like, I got better, I could kinda win some. But, like, it's still a mage-favored duel. In Classic... Yeah, but it's also, like... I feel like mages versus rogues, it's mage-favored when they get poly and shit. Because they can just control the fight. Like, you can never reach them if they're playing perfect. Well, maybe I'm full of shit, I don't know. But, I just heard people saying it's mage favored, even though I feel like you can definitely win on a rogue if you're really good. I don't know, it probably depends on the level. Was my butt the other day and it was great. Yeah, I love Warcraft 3. Yes! So then you'd say that it's actually like rogue favored if it's like highest skill level. Like, I honestly don't know. I think it's kind of RNG as well. But like I heard people say that it's statistically mage. Like it's weird because for me, I would think just like lore-wise, if it makes sense, like thinking about it, like assassins should wreck casters. So like just my logic tells me that a rogue should wreck a mage. And like most times I meet them here in the wild, I destroy them, but that's because they're bad. But like yeah, when I fought a few really good ones. Yeah, and I love that, honestly. Like I love the RNG here. It's so D&D like. Because like you're not supposed to be able to plan something perfectly, you know? Like even in real life, like not every swing you make is gonna hit. Like it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like, oh, I planned this and yeah, like now I'm gonna complain and cry whenever something doesn't go my way. Like, developers, fix this, I'm missing. Yes! Yes, exactly, villain. Exactly, villain. Like that's the whole point because it's lifelike. It makes it exciting. 100%. 100%. It's because like I planned something perfect and then it just doesn't work at one point and I have to adjust. Or I have to accept that I was just really unlucky. That's life. And yeah, it sucks because like sometimes it can really be not in your favor. But that's great because like unlike in real life, here you don't die permanently unless you're playing hardcore. So like that's the whole point. Like it's great game design. But yeah, I was just to finish my earlier point. Like if you're trying to make a good game. Wait, let me just read your message first. Small annoyances that actually make the game good, and we took the yes, 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 yes. And now everyone hates the game, but it's basically like people are still playing it because they don't want to, like, they want something new, basically. Yeah, you have to have annoyances in life. That's the whole point. And, like, people don't understand that, like, 90% of the time... yeah, Pet Cleo. Yeah, what made it good was that it wasn't perfect, basically. But, like, it's perfect because it's not perfect, if that makes sense. Yes! Yes! I planned to sap, but I fucked it. I can buy time for my team here. Because I fucked it and didn't LOS or do anything. Okay, I think that was enough time. Is he... yeah, he's under the effect of the poison. I can... well, yeah. That's fine, we have a level 60. Yeah, I don't know why I'm even wasting blind. I'm trying to, like, play good. I'm failing miserably. Yeah, 60% of the game is traveling, and that made it good. Like, man, 100%. Like, it's crazy when you put it that way, but, like, it's so true! Didn't think it was good, but it's good. Yes, the fact that gamers don't know what makes games good. Yeah, that's the difference. Like that's what I was trying to get at. Exactly. So the thing I was trying to say is this. You have to make a choice of what you're trying to do. And what I mean by that is you can't have all of it unless you're... wait, what the fuck is this quest? The ancient tag. Huh? Where the fuck do I get that quest? Tanaris? Okay, that's fine. I'm ineligible, so it's fine. Anyway, like, you have to, at least to some point, focus on something. So, for example, if you're making, like, you can make all of it, but then you have to, like, either make game modes or very detailed rules about it all. Yeah, let's say you want a PvP game. you have two choices to make it really good if you're trying to make it competitive. So if you're not trying to make it competitive, then you can do whatever the fuck you want, obviously. You can just make it fun or whatever. It can be balanced, disbalanced, doesn't matter. But if you're trying to make a good competitive game, there's two ways to balance it. Only two ways that I can think of. Number one, you can make a game like Heroes of the Storm, where basically there are no items, and you can just make champions or heroes, and you can make them in such a way that you then just balance the heroes, and some things are gonna be like much stronger than others, like they're gonna counter others or similar, but like you can over time tune it slowly so that you balance, so that each guy is overall around the same strength overall. But yeah, they're still gonna counter one another and similar. Second way, you can do something similar to like Dota, but you can do it even in a more complex way, potentially. But it's like, yeah, exactly. They've never done slowly. That's one thing. They keep fucking it up. But you have to like very slowly let people like discover things, try to find like multiple metas, let people figure out problems on their own, you know? Yes. Like, that's what I said. I was talking to Crick about it like weeks ago. I literally said, like, instead of fucking hotfixing it every 3 days or every week or every 2 weeks, fucking let it sit there for 6 months, let people like discover what the fuck the game is about, and then do tiny fixes. Tiny fixes. Is something gonna be broken, overpowered? I don't give a shit. Some people are gonna have fun with it. Like, let it be. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the worst thing you can do for a game, is constantly just changing everything. That's literally not fun for anyone, including the poor developers. But what I'm trying to say is that's one way to fix it. The other way to fix it is, instead of constantly changing characters and constantly I think I can accept this, right? Yeah. Like, it's not an escort quest. I was just making sure I don't fuck the others up. Fuck over the others. Fuck the others over? Yeah, the other way to balance a game is similar to what Dota had in mind, which is, you can make as many heroes, champions, whatever you want, but instead of constantly changing them, plus changing the items, just add more and more items. Add enough items, enough diversity in the game, that it's going to be impossible to not have skill expression. Like, make it so complex with how many items and builds there are that it can possibly never be broken. Like, just give me enough options. Like, that's the track that Dota was kind of heading in, because it had enough. It didn't have a huge amount of items, but they were diverse enough that I can use a mage character and make him fucking a melee if I want to. Let me just see what you guys were saying. I also need to grab water because I got super excited about all of this. So the balancing was actually refreshing to see, instead of nerfing down to OP guy. Oh wait, SOD, Season of Discovery? Instead of nerfing down to OP guy, they buffed everyone. Exactly. I agree. Every single hero is OP, every single one, and yeah, there's a meta, but it's not important to use. Yes! That's the point, Godales. That's the point. Yes, just put in the gear to support every possible Yes! Thank you. Like, that's the whole point. Just allow us to have skill expression instead of killing creativity and trying to balance the current meta. Who gives a shit about the meta? Like, allow us to break the meta. Don't, like, enforce the meta. That's so stupid. But yeah, it's basically like just people looking at the money being like, oh no, people are crying about this, what do we do? It's basically like if I had people coming to my stream, like imagine if big streamers did this. Like people come to your stream and they flame you and call you a piece of shit. So instead of banning them, you apologize and try to do everything all of them say for you to do. Like, how long would you be even watched at that point? Like, that's the same thing in a game. Like, no one wants to see that shit. It's not fun for anyone. Like, if I just stand here and I'm a punching bag for everyone, like, who the fuck would even watch me? Like, you have to at some point just, like, understand that you have something worth quality and work on it, you know? Like, don't fucking just ditch your ideas in the water. So them because they're doing the same. Exactly. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, whatever you're doing, you have to do your own thing, man. That's the most important part. I don't know why we're killing these guys, but I'm getting decent XP. I need soul eaters. Technically, there is a decent sized community of abusive nerds that would punch your bag all day for fun. Yeah. No, I understand that they would do it for fun, but I'm saying, like, if you let them do it... How do I explain that? Like, over time you're gonna lose the viewers you actually care about more. Does that make sense? Like... It's not even that. Imagine if, like, even if you, like, don't mind that. Like, do you actually want the chat to be going in that direction? Because, like, whatever you're accepting or endorsing is what you're kind of turning the game or channel into. Yes, exactly. So that's what I mean. Like, it's not gonna be fun for actual normal people. So then you're gonna lose your intended audience and you're gonna lose out in quality of the entire channel by doing so. Like, the entire community is gonna drop. Because the whole point is, you want the trolls to learn from the decent people. You don't want the decent people to leave because of the trolls. Because the decent people don't have anything to learn from the trolls. So you can over time, like, change the community for the better if you do a good thing. In both Twitch and game. Like, that's my opinion. Like, people complaining and crying in games will not stop playing them because they're hard. They're gonna keep playing them. Because the actual good players are gonna be the ones people wanna hang out with and, like, follow and, like, be like. And that's just the way it is. That's how life is. Because, like, you can make it so that, like, bad players think they're good in a game, but they're never gonna be the best in it. So you can never actually give them what they want. And they're always gonna cry no matter what you do. So it's actually insane that you would, like, focus on those people. That way decent people are also wholesome trolls. Yeah. No, that's different. Like, a troll can be a very cool person, but I mean it when yeah, like, abusive trolls who are just bored and abusing people for no reason. That's different. Like, I'm saying people who have nothing better to do than actually, like, come to your stream just to, like, give you cancer, basically. Yeah. Like, it's not even about giving cancer, it's about, like, not having anything else going for them. You know? Like, that type of people. Cleo? My cat went on a rampage. But yeah, you have to just, like, respect quality, man. I think that's the problem with a lot of, like... honestly, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that, like, for a sad reason, with just how society is built, it seems that, like, very often the richest people are kind of the dumbest. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm gonna quote Terence McKenna here. I don't know if you guys listen to him a lot, but basically what he said is, like, And like obviously I don't mean like all of them, but I mean like a lot of them. Like what he said is like if you're like society is not your friend, and also like if you're achieving too much in society, like you're kind of failing in life, because like you're missing the point. I'm going into very philosophical things here, but what my train of thought with what I was saying is, I feel like the people who are actually caring about money so much that they lose all sight of the game. Enjoy your meal, Godalas. They lose all sight of like everything else. They just don't know how to recognize quality, because like when you have quality, like some of the things that Classic had, you would never sacrifice those just because people are complaining, because you would understand that that is what is keeping your game alive. Like they really need to use super cheap tricks nowadays just to like get people back into playing it. They have to constantly like develop new content and trailers which look so much better than the game actually is, just to like trick you into playing it. Enjoy your meal as well, Stasko. Yeah, are you gonna... Wait, give me just a second. I'm gonna grab water. Be back in like 5 seconds. Back on a rant very soon. Whoop, I'm back! Back again. Guess who's back? Back again. Yeah, man, we need to make a Kickstarter. Like, I'm not even shitting. Like, I'd love to develop a game. And one day I might. It's just like, that would take a lot of money. But I mean, hey. If you get really big with streaming, anything's possible at that point. I mean, anything's always possible. You just like, it's how hard you want something. Oh yeah. True. No, I wouldn't want to be like programming the game in that sense. I'd want to, yeah, I'd want to basically like explain all the mechanics and everything, and then make someone like design it for me in the sense of like just programming shit. Yes, yeah, exactly. I have experience with homebrew D&D stuff though, so like I actually have a ton of experience with balancing shit, in the sense of like I could do the math and a bunch of shit like that. I wouldn't need any help with that. But yeah, programming, coding, yeah, that I mean that's a learning curve, and I'm not interested right now. Wait, Stavsko, would you like to do the coding or? Oh, okay. Then we have a team here. Villain, you and I are gonna be the brains. Stavsko is gonna be the keyboard, and we got this. No, but I'm genuinely not kidding. Like, when we grow a community, like, it's really gonna be much more easily possible to do a bunch of shit. Because, like, we can get funding and a bunch of other shit, and then it's not gonna be, like, a wild goose chase. It's also, like, if you're respected in a community, people will know who they're backing. Like, I'm so genuine right now. I genuinely think that, like, in a few years we could be in a situation where we could potentially like, design some games. I mean, obviously it depends on a lot of factors, but like if we really wanted to and really focused on it. Like, I already have one idea in mind that I wanted to do since like forever. But the problem with it is that like it has a ton of copyright issues and I'd have to talk to a bunch of lawyers to figure out how the fuck it's possible to do. But the point is to make like insanely good mechanics for something, but allow it to incorporate things from other universes as well. I think I found a way around it, but yeah, I have one really, really good idea for a game. I basically also have a bunch of shit already balanced from some of my homebrew stuff. Like, I basically have something which is halfway done. But yeah, it's still too early to do something like that. But I love shit like that, genuinely. Like, I'd genuinely love to do stuff like that. But yeah, that's good. We have one ChatGPT user here already. Wait for that. No disrespect. I know that you're doing shit that probably doesn't require that much focus, so... Nah, like, hear me out. Like, I see you're a very capable dude, basically. Like, I know that, like, if you were passionate about something and had something you needed to learn for actually, like, you'd easily learn. Don't get me wrong, I'm just teasing because it's funny. But, I mean, you know, like, why wouldn't you use ChatGPT if you can? It's basically like... It's basically like not using copy-paste when you can, you know? Like, it's a function. I don't know why we're killing the wolves. I don't need this guy either, but oh well. Let's see if I can solo this guy. Yes, so my problem with it would be I have a vague idea of things, but I would struggle with describing the art and stuff. Like what something is supposed to look like. Like, I would need someone who would really be able to understand me easily if I'm, like, explaining to them, like, what to do. So, like, that aspect would be really hard for me. Yes! I'd love to try that, genuinely. Fuck. Can I... Why? Oh, I don't have more. Rest in peace, me. Yeah, I didn't make more bandages. I did not make more bandages. And I'm struggling with the inventory, so this would help a lot. Well, technically it wouldn't. Because I'm... Well, it would, because I'm wasting 40 but making 20. Yeah. But I first need to throw something. Yeah, this. Why the fuck am I carrying around troll sweat? But yeah, there's definitely... Like, that's also... as you're saying, like, part of a team. Like, in theory, like, everyone can learn everything, in theory. But it's like, making a game is so much time. If one person... Like, imagine how much time it would take one person to make something like World of Warcraft, especially if they also have to learn all of the skills needed for it. Because, for example, I can recognize good music. I have no idea how long it would take me to make it. Art, it would take me a very long time to create, because, like, I'm good with, like, doing some shit in, like, programs and stuff to some extent, like editing. But, like, I also don't have experience with it, and it would be a long time to learn it. But, like, drawing and similar, like, concepts, being creative and imaginative with shit like that, I'm really bad at it right now. So, basically, it's like... you know, if you have like a group of really cool people and everyone is good at something, that is so fucking good. Yeah, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't have experience with, like, I've done very little things with music, and I feel like I'm kind of talented for it, but I have very little experience for it. With the drawing, for example, I would say, like, I'm the opposite of talented. I think I could still learn, don't get me wrong, but it's basically, like, I really struggle. Like, if you saw me just writing, like, I have horrible handwriting and shit. Like, I'd be really struggling to learn for a while. So that's why I'm saying, like, it's so cool when you have someone. It's also like, for me, like being creative about a story or something, I'm really good at it. But like, if it's like being creative about art, like drawing something, it takes me so much to like think up of something cool. Like, I'm just not spontaneously creative about the visual stuff. Sometimes I am, usually I'm not. Because like, I need all the aspects of everything else. I think of things too deeply, perhaps. So it's basically like I need to understand everything perfectly for me to have like a flash of inspiration about like what I'd draw, for example, if I'm like creating a character. Like I need to understand the character and everything about him perfectly, and then I can easily like craft something. But still, I'd probably find it harder than like a good artist would. Making Records is a good song within second. I made 4 tracks that actually sound so good. They all took more than 6 months to make. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, yeah, that sounds like so much time, man. But like seriously, respect. Like I so much respect when someone is creative and knows. I'd love to hear your songs though. If you have them like posted somewhere, like I'd love to hear them genuinely. Like if you ever feel like sharing. I'm pretty sure Stavsko would like them because I've heard what you listen to. Hell no. I mean, if you ever feel like sharing them on like Discord or something, like I'd give you my honest opinion on like how great you are. I don't know, man. Like just by talking to you and listening to your music, I feel like there's no way, like with the taste you have and similar, I feel like there's no fucking way you made something bad. I'd genuinely love to hear it one day. Like especially if you took like 6 months. I don't know. I just call it like I see it. Also, I fucked up here. Did we finish here? We did. There's a little bit more. Oof, almost. Never mind. By the way, I always wanted to learn to play some instruments, and I like never ever got into to it. Like I started learning the guitar, and then I just always get overwhelmed with so many other things I want to do as well, that I just like real early into like trying it like stopped. But I don't know, like I always wanted, like the guitar is really cool for me, the piano is really cool, the drums are really cool. I genuinely love to learn all of those, but I don't know, maybe one day. I honestly thought about a cheat for it, and I love that you mentioned that. I don't know if that was kind of like it for you, but I genuinely feel like one day, if I have enough time, I'd love to just take shrooms and put myself in front of some instruments and just see if I can like get some inspiration and grasp for them. Because I feel like shrooms are a cheat code for learning something fast. I don't think you're guaranteed to learn something with them, but like I think oof. Yeah, I'm gonna pull a bunch of shit here. I can vanish and not waste everyone's time. Wait, what's this? Oh, those are just the feathers. So we're done here, right? Yeah, we're done here. Did it help your trip just right? You can learn something from the guys that wrote them. I absolutely love that. Oh, also, let me ask you guys a fun question. Um,
So be it.
Yo, thank you for the follow. Who are you? Were you the warrior? Or were you the hunter? Zag! Yo, the warrior! Yeah, by the way, I'm also making a guild here. Well, I made it, and I'm kind of recruiting people, so we're planning to raid in like 2 to 3 weeks, because I'm leveling both the rogue and the warrior. But yeah, if you ever, like, wanna check out the guild, I don't know if you plan on raiding and stuff. But yeah, just so you know, like, we're also doing that. But yeah, I'm back in WoW after like 15 years, so a bit taking it slow still, remembering some stuff. But yeah, I raided back in the day, had my own guild and stuff, so yeah, here with some friends. How are you, man? What's good? We were just in a rant about League of Legends, balance, PvP, World of Warcraft, and a bunch of shit. Nice! That sounds good. Yeah, I have a rogue and a warrior here so far. Both around level 50. Well, this one's 46, the other one's level 50. But yeah, I was gonna ask you guys because I had a fun interaction with a friend of mine years ago, where he asked me like if I could meet any person. Welcome back, Odalas. If I could meet any person who was dead or whatever, a bunch of stuff, but we'll get you updated. If you could like meet any person from the past who ever lived, who would you meet? And I was always like, I always had two people in my mind, maybe three, but basically I'd always pick one of the two so far. But I loved one of my friend's answers. So, like, do you guys have anyone that you would pick? And then I'll tell you my answers and his answer. His answer was really cool. I'll always remember his answer. It was just so creative for me. Why him specifically? Just curious. Because, like, I always want to hear the reason why. Oh, nice, man. Congrats. So kind of a rogue main. I was always a warrior main. Always, like, main tanked and shit. All-time favorite villain. Interesting. Interesting. Do you also play retail, by the way? Dark Papa? Yeah, rogue PvP is best in slot, definitely. I'll get back to what I'm asking. I'm trying to see if anyone else wants to answer it as well. But I'm gonna give you guys the answer in a little bit. Yeah, I don't play retail. So far, I don't really like it, but I'm gonna give it a chance at some point. I don't know, what do you like so far more? Do you like classic or retail more? Great uncle. Damn. That's interesting. Yeah, let me make a bunch of these. 20 should be fine for now. Yeah, I feel like we were just talking about it. Like we went on a very long rant about balance and PvP stuff and what makes Classic good. And I just love Classic. TBC was what I played the most. But yeah, like Classic is so good. I'll get back to the PvP rant, but previous just to finish the other thing. If no one else wants to say who their favorite was, like what their choices would be, mine were always either Socrates or Nikola Tesla, because like I really want to talk to them for two reasons. One is like with Tesla, I'd love to see how intelligent he was and to see like the difference of intellect between us if he has like a really, you know, like if he's that fast with thinking and everything, and also just to see like a bunch of like just I'd love to see his opinions on a bunch of shit. And Socrates, because like I feel like he was one of the wisest people ever in history, and that's another reason. Like I'd really love to like just sit down and like learn from them and like see the difference between me and them, if that makes any sense. But yeah, my friend had an answer which was basically like what's it called in English? I think Nero, like the Roman emperor. And I was like, why him specifically? And he was like, like from his point of view, he was like, that dude, basically like he had the whole room burn and was just chilling and looking at it. And I just want to ask the guy, like, what were you thinking, basically? Like, what were your thoughts? Because like that seems like such a Chad, like, basically like state of mind. And I'll just forever like remember the way he was just curious about it, basically like, you know, like how he's saying, like, just imagining him just watching Rome burning and just like chilling and thinking like, yeah, like let's start this shit anew or something like that. Like just that mind state of like curiosity about that was just always fascinating to me. But yeah, that's, I just find that as like a cool answer. But I think there's a bunch of good answers. Like a bunch of people were also saying like Hitler and so on. But I think that's a really fun question to ask people, like to also learn how they think. Like I'm always gonna be a simple guy with stuff like that. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm a weird type of guy because like I'm almost always, and I'll get back to the chat in just a second, but just to finish my thought, I'm always in my life kind of prioritizing sort of like, let's say, love and relations and stuff like that. But like I said this a bunch of times, like if it's like the middle of even sex or something where like you're really distracted or whatever, if I hear in the next room someone talking about some like deep knowledge or something like really interesting that is like tickling my brain because I'm trying to understand it, I will literally just go out of the room and apologize and like go into that conversation. Like I'm really into like talking about deep subjects. Like there's no fucking way I'm gonna avoid a deep conversation. So yeah, like you learn a lot from these answers, but wait, let me see. Nothing like classic, to be honest. Was the time when I created new characters to hit Love It on 24 hours of farming arena. The same amount she passed away. Oh, I'm sorry, Godales, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that, Godales. I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, that shit hits hard. I understand time passed, but yeah, those things never truly go away. Like, don't get me wrong, I have pets that died. Also, yeah. Wait, just so I understand. Dark Papa, were you saying same here to me or to Godales? Yeah, I was supposed to put the neck as well. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not gonna be using the insignia for leveling really, so we might as well put this. Yeah, let me just see what I'm supposed to sell. This and this. Drop shrooms with Tesla, exactly, man. This will be my first answer. That'll be Albert Einstein because I want to make fun of him since he never believed in the quantum figs. That's a good answer as well. Not gonna lie, that's a good answer. But yeah, I think you'd much more easily though take shrooms with Socrates. I don't know if Tesla was into shrooms. He doesn't seem to me like a guy who used drugs. But the Greeks had literally a ritual where they took like, I think it was once in a lifetime thing. What was it called? Like the Elysium or something like that. They had some special event where they took shrooms. I think everyone once in their life was allowed to take them. It was a weird thing, but yeah, that was interesting.
If it's broke,
What
slap
I would do
treatment
is
fixed
use
it.
the... Yeah, I get it. Honestly, that's why I'm keeping the trinket here. Because I'm probably gonna switch it when I need to. But yeah. Like on my warrior I'm using the insignia. But I'm just thinking like... I mean, this one isn't that good, technically. Like, the insignia is overall better than this. But, I'm gonna switch them from time to time. Actually, I should do it this way, so that, like, this one is the one which is swapped. That makes sense. Let me just see what the heck I'm supposed to do here now. Yeah, I just need these. Let's grab 2 of those real quick. Maybe that's not what it was called. Let me Google that. The Elysian Garden is probably something different. There was some type of event that was called something that starts with an E. Maybe it was in the Elysian Garden. Let me see. Wait, what does this say? Initiation. Initiation. Oh, they're called supposedly this. Where initiations held every year for the cult of Demeter and Persephone, blah 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 blah. Elysis. Sanctuary of Elysis. Elysian? I'm not sure how to read that, honestly. Like, Serbian is very simple for reading, guys. It's, like, with English, unless you know a word, you can kinda guess, I guess, but you can't know all the time. So that's, it is what it is. Wait, though. Wait, though. Wait, though.